Greetings in the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. We bless you, we praise you today, and we thank you for the opportunity to come before you. And we have a wonderful guest with us today, a general in the Caribbean and around the world, guys. It's just an honor. I had the honor of speaking to Coach Vin a number of times on the phone and communicating with him, about scholarships and school. And he's always been a true gentleman and always have the time to discuss. And we know he's doing a wonderful work too with the Jamaica national female senior team. So Coach Vin, we wanna welcome you to the set and thank you for giving us some of your time today.
Good to be here, Coach. Right, I see. Coach. Yes, good to be here. Great to be here.
Thank you so kindly, man. Thank you so kindly. And Coach, when I go through your information, I did some research on you. You've been doing just a wonderful, marvelous work throughout the Caribbean region, throughout U.S. Virgin Islands, Grenada, Jamaica, just to name a few. You've just been going through there and doing some wonderful work, developing a lot of soccer players down there, male and female, and making a difference in the Caribbean region. And Coach, you've been on this journey a while now. Would you like to guide us, because we have a lot of young student athletes with us logging from all over the world? Would you be able to guide us in some of your journey through from where you started, just bringing us up to date where you are now in terms of your journey, Coach?
Well, I say thanks for having me on. I played football. I guess someone looking at might say soccer. We played football as a young man. I've always played from I know myself. I've been playing. I played for my school. Never played for Jamaica. But I started coaching when I came back. I was living in the US, and then I came back. I went back to Jamaica, and I was asked to take over a female program at Kingston Senior High School, that is downtown Kingston. I started there. I developed the program. Then I moved on to St. Hugh's High School, coaching girls, that is. So I've been coaching females for quite some time. Then I went to university where I coached for 10 years. And somehow I got back into my club. I was one of the founders of Harborview Football Club, one of the biggest clubs in Jamaica. And I coached them also 1 year through Premier League. I also coached a female team, which we won just about everything with them. And then I got into the national program as in charge of the women's program there. So I was there I've been with them for 12 years before this stint now, but that's where it came from. I volunteered, and I encourage you all to volunteer. Yes. It's good volunteer, you get experience, you gain some experience, and you also, give back to the community and to the school. So I really started out volunteering. And then when I went to the Jamaica Football Federation, then I started, getting paid as the director of the Women's Gate program. And then now I'm back in there as the head coach, coaching the senior team again. So it's a quick run. There's a quick little thing of where I'm coming from.
Beautiful, Coach. Thank you so much for bringing us up to date and taking us back and where you are presently, Coach. Thank you so much. Coach, the Jamaica national team. We continue to admire the Jamaica national male and female team, but specifically the female team. We know the group that they're in right now. They're second only because of goal difference. They are 2 games, two wins. What is the performance like right now? And I know also too, there's a double-edged sword question. We know you have a number of collegiate or student athletes on your national team. How is their performance?
The first game against Bermuda wasn't a bad game, seeing that was the first time they were coming together. Because we never had a pre-tournament camp or anything. They just came in a couple of days before we played the first game. As you say, we have a lot of collegiate athletes in this group, along with some professionals from UK and Sweden and those places. The second game wasn't that wonderful. I think with that we kind of lost our rhythm in that game and never performed so well. I think maybe we took the opponent for granted, you know, and because we needed a lot of goals. We came in with Damrep having plus 13, and we were plus 4, so we needed a lot of goals to catch up with them. But I think that's what threw off the rhythm of the team. But the collegiate girls came in for the first time. We have set of twins that came in. We have a few. We probably had about 8 or 9 college students that came in.
Yes, beautiful. And they're attending some you know, D1, D2 programs they're attending in the US, and it's the closest some of them they get to professional at the age that they are at right now. And it's a you know a level that they would be playing against some kids from the US national teams and a number of different national teams. And how are they you know really facing up to make that transition from playing in the collegiate level to the national team, senior team?
I mean, they simulate well into the team, because I just say they play at a high level. When they play Division 1, Division 2, they play at a high level, and sometimes the NAIA schools do well too. You know, the 2-year colleges that have some play simply good football, but they bring a difference to the team. This is why when I coached earlier, I always wanted to get my girls scholarships, because it brings something different intellectually. You know, I'm not insulting anyone, but that's a fact. I can give you an experience. When I had the girls in 2006, we were in Mexico, and when we were on a break, I saw the US girls and the Canadian girls coming on with their computers and doing, you know, work. And my girls were there playing cards as a Caribbean set of girls, you know, just playing cards, nothing to do with schoolwork or anything. And I vowed from that day that every team that I coach, I want all my girls to make it to the university. Then they bring something, you know, different. They have more responsibility. They're intellectually, they're sound, and it worked. But what they bring to the table is a level of professionalism also. Although it's not a professional environment, but the way they have to go to school, they have to train in the morning sometimes, go to school, come back, and they have to balance that school and football. So it brings them, when they come down to train and to play with the national team, you can depend on them to be on time, be ready, you know, and train hard.
So that's just wonderful, Coach. That's just wonderful, because I know we have a number of collegiate coaches log on right now to the show, and they usually log on and they would watch the programs after, some of them. And that is good news, because that sends good news to a number of the collegiate programs here in the United States, that they are really developing a lot of our kids too in the Caribbean region, not just on the football field, but mentally, psychologically too. They are developing them because they have them in an environment that challenges them to grow.
Yeah, definitely. And I can say that much, that the colleges do a good job with them, you know, prepare them, because this is an avenue for our young ladies to get out of the Caribbean, really, because they're not open to as many. Well, now it's getting a little better, but back then they weren't open to getting contracts with clubs and playing overseas. So the colleges were an avenue for them to go get a good education, play some ball, improve playing ball, and then now they can play they play for their national teams. A lot of them leave. Most of them leave. Most of the athletes leave as national players at the age of maybe 18, 17 plus 18, and go into the college system. So in back home, right, anywhere, Trinidad, Jamaica, St. Lucia, St. Kitts in the Caribbean, we don't have that much football, right? So when they go to college, they play at another level and have more games. So they keep playing. Jamaica, for instance, they have a women's league that might go for maybe 4 months. And 4 months, not talking about everyone. because that has playoffs in it. So a team might get knocked out in the first round. They play 4 games and that's it. And that's it until next year. Right? So when a player gets a chance to go on a scholarship, they're going to be playing all the time. Sometimes, even when they play for the university, they might find a club that they can just play also. You know, so it gives them an opportunity to play more. And as you know, playing is how you develop, not just by watching.
Interesting, coach. So I think it's really important for us to really, in the Caribbean region, from what I'm gleaning from you, sir, it's important for the different Caribbean countries or Caribbean islands, for want of a better word, to really look deep inside of this collegiate soccer, to get our students, athletes out. Are you voicing for that? That is what I'm hearing here.
Absolutely. And they must also understand that most probably won't make a Division 1 team or go to a Division 1 college, but that doesn't stop them from getting an education and playing.
Yes.
I know from years on years, and I've got a lot of girls to go in a 2-year college, a junior college. Yes. They play well, they do well, and they transfer to a 4-year college and finish them, their associate degree, and then they go on and get their bachelor's and then their master's. You know, a lot of girls out of I can speak for Jamaica, back from 2005 until I left in probably 2012, that have gotten scholarships. I've known young ladies that just came out of the CXU1 subject and end up getting her degree in criminal justice. So it is something that they can aspire to. I think a lot might believe that they have to go to a Division 1 school. They can end up in a Division 1 school if they go to a junior college and do well and play well and get scouted. And the avenues are open now, coach. We're in, like for instance, Khadija Bonishaw. Yes. She took that route. She took a route where she went to a junior college. She went to a Division 1 college, and then she ended up getting a contract in France. Now she's at Man City in the UK, and it happens. It can happen. A lot of girls that I recruited back then who took that pathway are playing in Sweden, you know, in UK, in just some other countries all over the place. And so it is there. If that's what they want, the first thing they have to do is make sure they graduate from high school. Yes. First thing, they must graduate from high school, and then the college coaches will work with them, you know. That's one thing. The coaches that really want them to, and they can play, the college coaches will work with them, guide them through the process. What I always do, I try to get 2 Caribbean players on the same school. Yeah. Because you know when you go, you're going to be like homesick and nobody to talk to, new environment. So my approach is to get, when I ask a coach, I try to send two young ladies to the same college so they can bounce off each other.